Is anyone else confused? Does anyone else have, no idea what's going on? I am lost. What's going on, guys? My name is Trevor, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking episode 2 of HBO Max's new series, Lovecraft Country. Join me down below in the comments. How are you guys a fan of this episode? Are you guys a fan of this series so far? How does it hold up to the really high-praised episode 1? Let's talk about all that down below in the comments, and we could talk spoilers in the comments. Just give, a spoiler warning in your comment, and I would love to talk Lovecraft Country with you, because I'm really digging this show so far. In the first couple minutes, I like to keep it spoiler-free. Then, as we get later into the review, I like to talk about some spoilers. So, spoiler free, I thought this was a very good episode after episode 1. Definitely confusing, definitely lots of questions that I have. We're going to get to those later in the spoiler side of things, but the show is beautifully made. The show is beautifully acted. The score for the show is fantastic. The cinematography is brilliant. The show is put together so nicely. When you have names like J.J. Abrams, Jordan Peele attached to it, that's what's going to happen. But this episode is extremely confusing. We get introduced to a bunch of new characters, and we actually lose one of our characters who we'll get to in the spoiler side of things. And everything seemed to move a little bit too fast at times that it left me in the dust. I had to rewind several times trying to think about it. My review's going up late just because I am so lost at how this episode went down, what exactly went down. So much stuff happened in this hour. It felt crammed, and it felt a little bit rushed at times. I still enjoyed the episode. We still got the sci-fi elements, but we got lots of different elements that we will get to here in just a second, and that's kind of going to lead us, I guess, into the spoiler side of things. So if you guys have not seen this episode, spoiler warning right now. Here we go. What the hell happened in this episode? I am completely lost. So at the end of the episode, losing a character, George, obviously, he dies. I don't know if I believe it, because I don't believe it. At least not right now. They actually find Atticus's father, who may or may not be his father. There's some drama with that in George, so I guess we'll find out about more of that later in the show. But they basically, episode 1 ended where they arrived at this castle-looking place, and are like, we've been expecting you. Then the episode starts, and it's kind of past all that, and it's kind of leaving us left in the dust. I'm looking at other people's reactions on social media, and everyone's kind of just, where the hell did the show go? Because after that little scene, where are we? We never really found that out. And then basically, Atticus is the only one that can remember that the aliens were ripping people's heads off, chasing them, smashing the car. George doesn't remember anything. Letitia doesn't remember anything. No one remembers anything. It's kind of leading on to confusion. There's a lot of mysteries. Then there's a lot of illusions in this episode as to things that are real and things that are not real. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to figure things out. Then basically, the men who were it's a men's club. And the show does a really good job of basically showing how people are getting discriminated against, and also how basically men are favored over women. It does a really good job. Really kind of points that out different times, to see exactly what times we are living in, times we are viewing in. Basically, this family, the Brightviews, I'm pretty sure that's their last name. The Brightview family is actually making these monsters, and they're the ones with the whistle that called the monsters off in episode 1. And we get to see that one of these monsters comes out of a cow, which was weird in and of itself. It's very kind of graphic and just okay, confused. But then also the different illusions. Basically, there's spells all around this building and castle, and George thinks he's seeing his ex-lover Atticus, and thinks he's seeing someone from the military, then he had to kill her, and Letitia thinks she's seeing Atticus, and none of it's real. And for a while, what I thought the show did really well is that you think it's real, but once they figure out it's not real, we almost figure out it's not real. Right before they do, they're like, whoa, and we're starting to think, this is not real. This is crazy. They're showing illusions and different things. I'm just who is this family? How are they powerful? And then in the end, Atticus is doing this sacrifice, and then they start performing this spell on him, and that's going to save Letitia and George because they've both been shot. So many things happen. How I'm talking, how it sounds hectic, that's how the episode felt. It felt kind of all over the place and hectic. I enjoyed the episode, but they start performing this spell on Atticus, and then everyone in the room turns to stone. Atticus, Letitia, George, and George's father leave, and George dies, and that's how the episode ends. And I am just so lost and thoroughly confused as to what the hell went down. This is the episode you're gonna have to watch again. I'm gonna have to watch it maybe 2 more times before episode 3. Thought it was a very good episode. I was very entertained. Had me hooked the entire time, but it left me with so many questions. I'm hoping we get answers. I don't believe that George is dead. I'm thinking he's going to come back, or this is all an illusion and maybe they haven't left the castle. I just wish this episode took place better off episode 1. 1 just a little bit better, so we weren't kind of left in the dust. But we had to figure out and put the pieces together. As I rewatch this episode maybe once or two more times, I will get more of it, like a feel as to what the hell went down. But let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Let me know all that down below in the comments. Let's talk about a spoiler discussion down below in the comments. I would love to talk Lovecraft Country with you. If you guys are still watching, comment down below, hashtag Lovecraft. A very good show. I'm digging episode 1 and 2 so far, but episode 2 just a little too confusing for me. I still liked it, but I have a lot of questions, and I'm gonna get with my nerd community, and we're gonna talk this out, and I'm gonna rewatch the show. So let me know all you guys' thoughts on this episode down below in the comments. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. I love talking Lovecraft Country. I'm so into the show. Really confused, but really into it. Every Sunday night from here on out, we're reviewing each individual episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys do not miss a beat. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.